What's going on, guys? I'm Mike Pouncey, former center for the Miami Dolphins. I'm here with Coach Fred and my brother Marquise Pouncey, former center for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let you guys know that Twin P is official liquor, the Common Man Podcast. Bottoms up, Twin P, best. Gotta drink some more.
Man, what's going on? Common Man Podcast, Drive at 5. Hope everybody's having a great day as we are kicking off the initial, well, not the initial because we did it before, but the relaunch of the Common Man Podcast. And we want to make sure we give shouts out to everybody that's making this thing possible, from our sponsor, Twin P Whiskey, to the guy that set it all up, my boy Daily Price Media, Coach JB, everybody that had a hand, man, and pushing this thing forward and making sure we keep going with it, man. Jumping out there. Again, remember to like, subscribe, follow, all that stuff, man. Send the links. Make sure your boys, your girls, make sure everybody gets on, man. And let's make this Wednesday thing a real thing, man, the Drive at 5. And while we are ready to rock in, let's talk about a little bit what we want to do, man, with the show. Common Man, I think it says it all. We want to have common sports talk for common people, and that common sports talk is going to center around HBCU football and all things sports. And we're going to kind of go at it that way. Now, if there's other things within it that you guys want to talk about, we can do that as well. It's whatever you guys need for the Drive at 5. Within the Common Man mission, like I said, we want to talk about Division I HBCU football. We want to talk about Division II, NAIA, all things HBCU when we're talking football. And then inside of that, we want to jump into the junior college sector. And within that, we want to make sure we're going to get coaches on, we're going to get the players on, the whole nine. And the reason behind that, I'm really pushing for more of the player side of promotion, the assistant coaching side of promotion. Not a lot of guys get out and promote for the assistant coaches in the situation where there's some great assistant coaches that are looking for opportunities to become head coaches. And this is going to be a way to give them outlet to let people know who they are. But before I forget, because I already forgotten, I just looked, we've got to toast the show because the sponsors are the sponsors. It wouldn't be right if we didn't kick it off the right way with a toast with Twin P for the Common Man Podcast, the CM Podcast. We'll have a QR link ready to go next week, but you can make sure I get that shot poured up right. Don't want to waste it. But you can get your own bottle right now by going to tropicaldistilleries.com, tropicaldistilleries.com. And it'll have everything on there. They have the whiskey, it has their liqueurs, their vodka, all things Tropical Distillery. You see the hat. Will be on there. And again, next week, we hope to have the QR code up and running. So you'll be able to get that, get yourself a bottle. But for now, let's make sure we toast the show, get it off to a great start. We are in there. We are off and running. Forgive me if I'm a little slow with the with answering comments and things like that. It's a one-man show right now till we get my co-host or whoever up in here and running and ready to go with it as we move forward. Again, Common Man Podcast, man, common talk for HBCU football as we go along. Someone asked me earlier, you and Zach not doing your thing again? Oh, yeah, me and Zach still rocking. You know, me and Zach are still rocking. I'm hoping to get Bailey Price Media and Blue Bloods linked in together, and we just make this whole thing a big TV channel where it's just like ABC. You're watching ABC, you got Bailey Price, you got the Blue Bloods, you got Common Man, and we've got all this stuff lined up. Coach JB show, we got all this stuff lined up in one channel. You'll be able to go find it. That's my hope, my vision, my dream. Now, whether we get that done or not, I don't know. But that's what we're going to try to do within that. So, moving the show forward as we continue to go with it, man. Right now, slow thing in football is that the recruiting is over. You're into spring, winter conditioning. I just kind of want to give you the insight on what's going on now, because I know everybody's like, there's no games. There's technically no practice, which will start here shortly, spring practice. And what the spring semester is all about for football in general, not just at the HBCU level. Spring football, man, we start in January. The kids start in January with the strength coach, where they come out. They're basically just working out, conditioning, running, getting themselves ready for spring practice. Most spring practice jump off right around the March time frame and in April-ish, somewhere there. But with this new landscape of college football, a lot of people kind of went away from the spring games. But if you were able to join yesterday when me and Bailey were talking about it, some teams are still going with it. Michigan, Alcorn State, we're still playing spring football. We're still going to have a spring football game. April 5th is going to be a big deal. Junior Day, it's going to be a deal where juniors in high school can come down, meet the coaches, get themselves put on the map for spring recruiting. So as we go through January, it's a lot of weightlifting, running. February, much of the same. Coaches come off the road from recruiting after that first Wednesday in February signing day, which we had already. And then now we're in the mat drills, where someone a long time ago said that mat drills needed to be done at 6:30 in the morning. So we do those twice a week. Some places may do them 3 times a week. We got into twice a week with it. And we finished that phase of the spring sector, and now we're into spring practice and trying to get all that done, manage the kids as we go through the semester. If you're a little slacking on your grades, this is the time that we want to get that thing picked up. And this is kind of what goes on in the spring semester at universities, not just, again, HBCUs, but when we're talking football, this is kind of what goes on. It's kind of a drag, so to speak, but this is where you really get better at your craft. If you're really taking this serious and you're getting into it, this is where you become bigger, faster, stronger. This is where you become a better athlete. This is where you become better within your offensive, your defensive system. Building your culture as a coach. This is where everything just tends to get better, and you try to create momentum into the summer and rolling right into the fall. So right now we are fast approaching spring break for us. Of course, the kids will be able to go home. It's not like any of the other breaks in the first semester where you have those holidays where, as a team, football players, you don't really usually get to go home and celebrate, Labor Day and things like that. You're there, you're practicing, you're at school. Spring break, these guys will be able to get out of here, come back, we'll finish up, get right into the spring game. They'll get right back into the weight room and get right back to running. And like I said, finishing up in the classroom, which is what, it's all about. Want to make sure our student athletes stay our student athletes and kind of going from there. So when you're talking about the show, we want to make sure that we're giving an overview and insight that you may not get anywhere else. And that's right down to who's in the building, who the kids are around day to day, the whole nine. So if you have any questions about it, feel free to put it in the chat and we'll get those things answered and kind of going about it. Getting back to the subject of having coaches on and players on, I really cringe at times when, you have those players that have those interviews that just kind of pop up after games. They're nervous and things like that. We've all had it. I've had it. When I started out with my guy, Blue, I thought he was going to, fire me 2 weeks in. It's one thing to say that you can talk, you can speak, but it's another thing when that thing just pops up in your face and you're not prepared for it. So, the aim, the goal is to get the kids on, get them comfortable, and help them navigate the speech part of it, the talking points, so where, they can now start to promote themselves and hopefully land themselves at NIL, where it's a name, image, and likeness. Someone sees them on the show, they're impressed with it, want to get in touch with them, and they may want to enter into, a deal with them. So, it's twofold. Want to help them become better public speakers, but also want to try to put them in a spot to where they can grow themselves, grow their brand, as everybody says these days, want to grow their brand. Within that, also, coaches, we tend to just go, and we never really take time to kind of take care of ourselves in a sense of health. So, we're going to get some doctors on, got a couple that are very interested in coming in and talking about coaches. We're talking to coaches on how to better take care of ourselves. We are entering into a recruiting phase here, recruiting cycle at the end of spring ball. I can tell you right now, I love gas station deals. It's nothing for me to pull up to a Wawa and they got that 2 hot dog and Coke and chip for $3. I'm all over that. That's what I want to do. That's my go-to. So, you're doing that. You're riding my area in Kansas. When you leave Hutch going out to Garden City, that's a long stretch of road where you're just doing nothing but eating, snacking, and listening to the 2 stations that they have, and that's country and Western, unless you got it on your phone. So, trying to take care of yourself during the recruiting cycle is tough. It's tough, to say the least. So, going to get some doctors on as well to kind of talk about it, give some tips. There may be some people in the chat that may be not coaches, but kind of have similar lifestyles, truck drivers, things like that, man, where you're just kind of on the go and you don't have time to get to the gym like you really want to. If you look behind me, I got a bike, and it's collecting dust right now. It's been tough, man, getting up at 6:30 in the morning and wanting to come home and get 5 miles in on the bike. Sometimes the old body's like, nah, we need to go lay down. And that's after you've eaten that number 3 from McDonald's and go straight to bed. Those things start to pile up. Myself starting at 175, and I looked up at one point during the season, which was absolutely crazy. I was 200 pounds, and that was just eat, sleep, work. So the doctor part of it is going to be something I think that everybody can get from it, man, which is what we want to do. We want to be able to bring something that's a little unique, but is geared and centered around the common man, the common woman. A lot of podcasts are out there, and we're not talking about any of them, but a lot of them are being ran by people that have a lot of means, so to speak. They can have chefs. They can meal prep. I don't know if y'all know it or not, but meal prepping is very expensive. Eating healthy is very expensive. Everybody says they need to eat healthier, but when you go to the store and you start to load up on all that healthy stuff, man, that little pizza that was in the frozen aisle sector department over there is a lot cheaper than going to get that lettuce, that salmon, that turkey bacon, all that stuff that's supposed to be healthy. You can find that other stuff way cheaper. So, it takes a little discipline, a little bit of that as well. But, we got somebody coming in, man. And we'll get back to that, man. We got to get to this call real quick. Hold on one second, see if I can join him, get him to the stage. Coach B, what's up, man?
How you doing, Coach?
Good, man. Good, man. Introduce yourself real quick.
My name is Coach Burt, offensive coordinator of Brick City. Remember my Wolverines down here in South Florida.
Brick City, and he's on right now. The connection with Brick City, 2 of the guys that work very closely with Brick City are the sponsors of the show, and we wanted to be able to get them on, but this is one of their days. What is Wednesday called for y'all?
One more time.
What's Wednesday practices called for you guys?
Oh, Accountability Wednesdays.
Accountability Wednesday. So they couldn't miss because they had Accountability Wednesday practice. So, Coach said he would call in. He's outside. Hopefully he can find that Wi-Fi, man, so you can actually see what these guys do for the youth in their community. And, it's not just a big deal But it's a big deal for those kids to be able to be coached by former college players, all pros like Mike and Marquise. Tim Brown at one point, the Rutgers standout, was a coach for them as well. So coach is going to kind of take us around, man, see if we can get us a couple sound bites from Mike and Marquise showing the kids. These kids are in the weight room. I don't know if y'all realize it, man. These kids are really in the weight room.
Like I said, Wednesday we get it in. Today's leg day. Everybody getting their leg workout in. We got everybody inside. We got the parents helping out with the post-gym meal for the kids. They say a couple kids just came in. They're getting their work in and out here on the turf field. We got them finishing up their work, weights and everything. So, like I said, it's a full body workout program. We're here twice a week. We do flag for our skills and our linemen. We do that on Saturdays. And Sundays we're at the hills, working out at the hills. So, like I said, we with them 4, maybe 5 times out the week, and just staying active. And like I said, it's more like a family than a football team. So.
And within that, the kids have to keep their grades at a certain mark to be a part of the program. This team is coming to Alcorn State to play a local team here April 5th before the spring game. They will be what we call the undercard for the spring game. And, this is something that the parents, as well as the kids, they get involved in the fundraising piece of it as they'll fly into New Orleans, bus over to Mississippi to play the Fayette Bobcats. So, if you could, Coach, just kind of talk to that a little bit about the excitement once you guys told the kids they were coming to play a game in Mississippi.
Oh, yeah, most definitely excited. The kids always, they relish had the opportunity to go out of state and play against, they said another high-caliber team. Like I said, for a lot of these kids, it's bigger than football because most of them haven't been on a plane before, so getting on that plane, traveling to another state, like I said, experiencing a different culture. And like I said, get some work from somebody that we don't see often down here. So like I said, they're excited. It's earlier than usual. And like I said, they're up for the challenge. Like I said, our parents are excited. We plan on bringing a huge convoy up there, to come and support our guys. We're looking forward to meeting the Fayette Bobcats, the family they have up there, and looking forward to putting on a great showcase for everybody.
And to speak to kind of what you guys are doing with the fundraising piece, Coach, speak to that if you can, just a little bit.
We got a couple fundraisers going. One is the traditional calendar, where people can, you can pick a day. For example, if you pick the 15th, that person donates $15. So we got a calendar fundraiser going for our team. And we also have one at Fort Rutgers this Friday. Where a percentage of the proceeds will go back to the team. So, like I said, we're looking to have a huge amount of people there to go ahead and support us. And like I said, all the efforts and all our funds go towards the kids, and everything that we're going to partake in during the season. So, like I said, we're excited about that, and everyone is all hands on with it. It's one of the good things about our program. Everybody's bought in. They understand the vision for the program, and they understand no one's bigger than the program. It takes everyone. So, like I said, we're all excited, man. We count down the days to April 5th.
Definitely. Mike and Marquise made it in yet?
I didn't make it in just yet.
The kids, there's a 2-part to the deal. They're inside and outside, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Correct.
And they have their own strength coach, Mr. AK. I don't know if people understand. AK is a grown man training these kids like they're grown kids. And this is why I say Florida high school football is the best. Because it's just different. It's just different.
It's a well-oiled machine down here. It's a well-oiled machine.
Coach, if you go back in real quick before I let you get out of here, man, I just kind of want to show the facility.
Man, no problem. No problem
that these kids are afforded to. This is the facility that these kids are able to work out in. Like Coach said, they're there.
AK right here.
There's the strength coach teaching the young guy. AK, what's up? There's the strength coach, man. So the kids don't just cut loose in the weight room. They're being taught. They have a full understanding of each exercise that they are that they're going through. They're giving the why and they're giving the how, which I think is very impressive, man. And, a lot of people say that maybe, the kids weren't on that side of town or whatever, but a lot of those kids come in. They may not be over there. And Mike and Marquise are exposing those kids to, big time things, man. And I think that's really great what y'all do.
Correct.
Y'all were just playing in Disney Wild World of Sports, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we just went to Disney Wild World Sports this past weekend. We ended up losing the game before the championship. Like I said, we competed great. It was a lot of great athletes there. It was about 700 teams in total. It was, like I said, we lost the game before the championship. It was 28-21, but the kids did some good things. And one of the biggest things we taught kids over the years, they know how to take a loss. It's not pouting, it's not pointing fingers. When they take that loss, it's, hey, we did a good job. We go look at the tape, see what we can fix. But like I said, they gave it their all. And like I said, they put on a good show. So we were definitely proud of them. Great competition there. We won it last year. They said lost it this year. So like I said, we'll get back next year and hopefully bring back that trophy again.
And it's like I said, it was almost 700 teams there in Orlando, Disney Wild World of Sports.
Yep.
From all over, correct?
All over the country. It was a world championship. So you had teams from China, you had teams from Mexico, you had teams from DR, teams from everywhere.
And this is like I said, this team out of Fort Lauderdale was trying to hang on, Coach. I don't want to waste the time. I was trying to hang on to possibly Mike and Marquise could get there to get on for a little bit. But man, look at that sunshine in the back right there, man. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Pulling sleds in the sunshine. Get any better, man. And this is all 12U. I don't know if everybody understands it. 11. Oh, these are all 11 and under.
Yeah,
11 and under. 11 and under.
I know we're gonna try to get Mike and Marquise over. This is our quarterback, Cade Pouncey. Mike sitting right here, quarterback one.
KP, what's up, man?
What's up, KP? Go sit.
Too cool for school.
What's up? What's up,
man? How you do with the championships this past Saturday, man? How it go?
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
You usually have a lot to say, man. You must be tired. They must be wearing you out today.
Yeah. Over here grinding.
Kinda. Well, that's cool, man. Can't wait to see you up here in April.
Yeah, you already know. We got to put on a show.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what's up, man. Tell your dad I called, man. Tell him to hit me up when he gets there.
All right.
Yes, sir. Well, appreciate the time,
right
Coach.
now, Coach.
What's happening?
I'm gonna make a call, try to get him on right now.
Oh, he coming up?
I said I'm gonna give him a call right now.
Okay.
Oh.
So just kind of give insight, guys, on what that was, man. That's a youth program, like you said, 11 and under, down in Fort Lauderdale, Brick City. Head coach Mike, assistant coach Marquise, part of the sponsors here, Common Man, and they're bringing their team to Mississippi, Alcorn State, to play a local team here as the undercard before the spring game on April 5th. And, a lot of people down there give them heat because they think because those guys are retired NFL that they are just funding everything. And the thing that they do that's really impressive is that they try to teach these kids the work ethic part, that you have to work for what you want. And, so this trip that they are going to fly in to New Orleans out of Fort Lauderdale, those kids have to fundraise. They have to put together a plan to raise money to get their team there. And that's the most impressive thing about it all is that those kids all buy in. They understand the academic aspect of it. They understand that aspect of having to raise money. What do they have to do? And then the parents are really super, and they buy in as well. So it's not all on, Mike and Marquise to make it happen. They have to be a part of it. And then most importantly, if the kids' grades aren't where they need to be at, they are not a part of it. So, we're teaching them young, trying to get out of the entitlement stage, so to speak, to where those kids can see the fruits of their labor, their earning part. that things are not given, that they have to earn it. And that's, really, really impressive about it, man. And hopefully we can get them on before we get out of here in the next couple minutes. But again, that's 11U, April 5th. They'll be playing here in Mississippi on the campus of Alcorn State University before the spring game. So as we get back on topic, before Coach had called in, just talking about the health piece, we've seen here recently where some high-profile people have, passed away from, just health issues that they may not have known about or they may not have been able to catch in time to correct. And that's just, going to the doctor. And that's one of the things that the first doctor that we're going to bring on here next Wednesday we'll talk about in a small piece because there's ways around it. If you don't have insurance, if you're scared of the doctor, there's ways around it. And, that's one of the big things that I want to push on the platform as we move forward with it is getting guys, because guys are more apt to not go than ladies. But, early detection leads to a larger percentage chance of beating whatever it is that you have. So we got to talk about it, and we're going to talk about it here as well. Like I said, got a doctor ready to come on next Wednesday. So kind of excited about that. And we're going to move it forward with coaches and players. And, it's one of those deals where me and Zach tried to do something on the channel. All assistant coaches were up for it, they're ready to go. And then all of a sudden they got real paranoid. They didn't want to get on. They were afraid to come on and talk, that kind of thing. So that's why I say, I'm the only assistant coach working in social media, active in social media. Because you got to, if you want people to know who you are, you got to be ready to promote yourself. Not everybody's going to promote yourself or promote who you are to others. So, at some point, if you're an assistant coach and you're wanting to become a head coach, you've got to be able to put yourself out there. And your strong point may not be talking, but you've got to find a way to get through that. You got to find a way to bridge that gap in order to get to where you want to be. Because we don't all have that agent that LeBron has as far as, the Rock Boys finding deals for us like that. So we got to be able to find avenues and ways to create those things for ourselves. And this is the platform I want to be able to do it on. So all the assistant coaches at your favorite HBCU, alma mater's, favorite schools, they'll be asked, they'll have opportunities to come on. And if they come on, it's great. We tried it before. We're going to try it again. Hopefully they won't all get very paranoid as if they are holding secrets for the nuclear bomb or something. So we just get on, talk football, and just kind of kick the can down the road, also help promote them and anything that they are, pushing or involved in, and, kind of go from there. This was going to be a pretty short show because we just kind of wanted to get it out there and just kind of make sure that people start to look forward to the Ride at 5, understanding what the Ride at 5 is about. And if there's any questions about the Ride at 5, send them over, man. We can get it done. Again, big thanks to my guys, man, Zach, Bailey, JB, Twin P, all the people that stand behind it, see the vision, pushing the vision, and ready to go. Yeah, so still rocking with Zach. Still rocking with Bailey from time to time when he has me come on. I think I may have gotten fired from JB on my day off. Went a couple Wednesdays, ain't heard from my guy. Nah, I'm just playing, JB. I know. But, going forward, man, if there's anything or any place or anybody you guys want us to talk to, let us know. We'll find them. We'll figure it out, and we'll get them on. And with that being said, man, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. We're trying to hold up for the sponsors to come on, but they weren't able to get on in time. So the Ride at 5, I want to say thank you guys again. Big shout out again. We'll have the QR code so you'll be able to order and support the brand, and we'll go from there. And just remember, man, when it's all going chaotic and hectic around you, breathe, keep it all on the tape.